Okay.
Yeah, hello, my people. How are you doing? Happy Sunday, everybody. Did you go to church today? Today is another good day. But before we go on, remember, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO. And this is Chinedu Anichi TV streaming from St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America. You know our normal show today, Life in Diaspora. And today I am having, as usual, my own and very own Tambari Inyata Fowler. As a co-host, very soon I'll be introducing her to the show. You know now, the smart, beautiful, elegant, media personality. She will show up now and lighten everywhere they used to do. So I know you people must have been missing Tambari, but this time I'm bringing her. I'm bringing her. Just have patience. I'm bringing Tambari now. So our topic today is 50-50. You know, last time you people requested that we should to finish this matter 50-50. That's we didn't discuss it enough. So for those of you who want to be contributing, so get ready now, get your ring light, put your light in your place and contribute. And for those of you who would want us to contribute, please send us a message that you want to contribute on +1 701 989 1910. You can see the phone number displayed on the screen. And may I have the privilege once more to bring my co-host, Tambari Inyata Fowler, to this show. Uh-huh. Your Tambari is here. Unmute. You're on mute. Unmute. Okay, it's okay.
It's good now?
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, so you have your Tambari here. Tambari Inyata Fowler is here. So, and today we are having 50-50 in marriage abroad. Is it a blessing or burden? Tambari, you're welcome.
Hello, Chinedu. How are you?
Fine. Did you go to church today?
You know I'm a Sabbath girl. I go to church on
Oh, you
Sabbath.
Sabbath. You
Yes.
Sabbath. So you've gone to church yesterday.
Yes, I did. And it was awesome. Did
Yeah,
you go to church?
it was spirit filled. Myself, I'm just coming from the church now.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
We are all filled up with anointing to deliver. So those of you who are watching us on Instagram, those on YouTube, be ready to contribute today. Please can there's something talking on the background.
And me?
Maybe the volume of your phone. There's an echo.
Oh, is it better now?
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Good. So today we'll be discussing 50-50 in marriage abroad. Is it a blessing or a burden? Last week we started with it and a lot of people contributed. Dr. Hilary from Alana and a lot of people contributed and they said today they want to hear more. We should not end this. We should not end this topic. Today, what the topic we wanted to bring was is DNA good? Should people go for DNA test and all that? That's what we wanted to discuss today. But let's finish this 50-50 because we have to respect the opinion of our audience. So when we're done with 50-50 today, next week, me and Tambari, we're coming back hot with somebody go for DNA. So those of you who are watching, please share this on your live video, share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a brother to tell a brother that Chinedu Anichi TV is on and Chinedu Anichi and Tambari is on the show. There is this noise coming from the background. It's
Let me
repeating
see.
what I'm saying.
Let me see. Let me. Nobody. Come here. Come here. Let me see. Off this fan for me, please. Thank you. Just turn it on.
The thing is coming from either a radio or your
I'm,
speaker.
I'm I'm in my. Everything is quiet here. That's good. Thank you. Is it?
Are you on? Oh, okay, let me see where this is coming from. Instagram. Oh my God. Okay, so but I think I have to. The thing is still coming. The echo is still coming. Are you on speak out?
No.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear very well. It's not about hearing. It's just that we have a little echo at the background. I think. I think
Check
you
your
are.
settings.
Oh my God. Okay, but let's go on. I cannot. When I'm talking, I'll mute you. When you're done talking, you mute so that it will not show. Okay.
Okay.
So, my people, I don't know Chris Daddy, Onyekachi Beauty. You are all here now. Those of you on Instagram, how are you doing? So, Mike Rumpa is there, Diary of a Trauma Savior. Wow, Diary of a Trauma Savior. This is the kind of people we want to invite to this show. Please send me a DM. Aisha, the therapist. Congratulations, Aisha, for your. I saw your new picture on a salon. A spa center, and we are congratulating you. FG Mentor, Matthias, Freaky, Sweet Slice, King, Nel Eze. Those of you who want to contribute, you can see a number there. Please send us a comment and tell us you want to contribute so that we can send the link to you. Um, that's all we need today for you to contribute. So, yeah, Tambare. So, when we talked last year, yeah, we talked about 50-50. Some said it's good. Some said lie is not good. Some said it divides the family and it makes relationship counting on number. Some said it is nice if there is, depending on the attitude, that it doesn't change anything. So today, we are here to continue. So what will you say?
Anyway, let me apologize for us being late. We have to apologize. We're supposed to start like 30 minutes earlier, but technical difficulties and all that stuff. So let's dive right into it. So as you all know, we marriage 50-50 is a blessing or is a curse. And my response last week have a little bit some people was communication, but let's dive right into it. First of all, let's not forget the reason why we get married. The first of all, let's also know the fundamentals of marriage. You know, marriage consists of trust, communication, commitment, and all that. And 50-50 marriage can go both ways. It can be a curse and it also can be a huge blessing, you know. And first of all, when you married, communication matters in the marriage, commitment, and trust and understanding. And you shouldn't measure your marriage for numbers because, listen, sometimes you might be able to give 80%, and sometimes some days you might be able to give 20%. So when you measure your relationship on numbers, it divides the family. For example, when you meet somebody, you wanted to marry, you fall in love, and you get married. You did not discuss 50-50, right? Okay. So some days, sometimes when you get married, the husband might decide to go to school and the wife work. So when it's 50-50, it's not going to balance. You collaborate and work together as a team to make your marriage balance, right? So 50-50 will not work in marriage that when you started the marriage, oh, we got to do 50-50. It's not going to work because if one person is working and the other one is going to school, to better off the family, right? Because remember, it's a structure, it's a family structure. Marriage is for two people coming together, oneness, right? So when you begin to measure your marriage in numbers, oh, I bring 50%, the other one bring 50%, is not gonna work in my own opinion. Number one reason I think it's not gonna work because, like I was saying, let's say the wife is going to school, the husband is going to school, right? Going to full-time school. The wife is working and provide for the family. And that's what families supposed to do, collaboration. When it takes 4 years or 5 years to finish, then the wife can also go back to school and work and also contribute. And this is when mutual understanding, right? You have to remember now, it's understanding and commitment and trust, communication, and working together, not against each other. And also, when the wife also graduate, then both of them can work and contribute to the family. It's not measurement because it's been a day, you can, you, the days that you're not able to bring 80%, what happened? Then it's a confusion in the marriage and then it's chaos in the marriage. So I strongly believe marriage for marriage is supposed to stand on trust, communication, commitment. Because if you has all those attributes, I don't think you even think about 50-50. 50-50 does not work well because it's a necessary argument. Because again, there you cannot bring 50 to add to your 50, then it's become a problem. Again, where there's communication, mutual understanding, two adults decide to come together in marriage, it work. And not because your husband, your wife, let me be clear, some cases the woman makes more money than the man. Respect and understanding can also working together as a team, not working against each other, who bring the most money, who don't bring the most money. Even though you bring the most money as a woman, you also remember your husband is the head of the family. Yes, you're a provider right now, but your husband is the head of the family. Work together, collaborate together, and work together as a team, not against each other.
Yeah, that's great. That's very thoughtful of you. And Tambari, that's why I always have you by my side. Yeriki Agnes, I am right here, baby sister. See, your people are flooding in here now. Chidebere Ugu, you see Onyeka say, ride on, ma. And Lady Ruth Ojie, AU, our usual, our usual, our usual contributor, our mama is here. We're going to bring you up now. Let me place the link on the show for those of you who want to come. I'll have the link. You have the link for those of you on Facebook now, and for those of you on Instagram. Let me place the link for you. Uh, let me place the link. Yeah, the link is right here on Instagram. I'll pin the link. For those of you who want to contribute, you can use the link to join us. Just follow the prompts and you'll be here. Okay. You contributed from a very balanced experience, avoiding excesses or extremes of the 50-50. But from my own point, I was telling you that 50-50 is not bad. It depends on their attitude. If you people decide to contribute from, but the only thing is that it must not be done like it is a law, that it must be like this, that, because you can say 50-50 and tomorrow a circumstance will condition somebody bringing 50 to start bringing 8, and somebody bringing 50 can go back to 20. So what we are saying is that we should not forget the basis, the fundamental of what marriage is all about. Not all these names, not all these attributes or conditions, circumstances occasioned by the kind of society we find ourselves, and people will begin to, just because we come here and start working hard, and the couples are expected to work for them to be able to pay their bills. That does not make 50-50 a compulsory condition in marriage. Wow. You can see the kind of enjoyment Tamba is doing here. So it's not she's not experiencing 50-50. That's why she's drinking like this. So, Tambari, I want to further say this African attitude, this 50-50, is it found anywhere in Africa or is it manufactured by the society we find ourselves, like in America, UK, Canada, Australia, and all the abroad people?
So, can you hear me?
Very well.
One thing I have to say is that when we all come to America and American culture, some of us kind of assimilate to their way of culture, the way of life. And my mother always say, if you have to learn something for other people, learn the good things. Listen, we all have bills to pay. We all have needs and things to fulfill our desires, as humans. We have to provide for our families, kids, and all this stuff. But the reality is, when you start to measure your relationship into numbers, it creates a lot of confusion in the family, because what about some days you cannot even provide 10% of the 50 you supposed to do? Then you see, bring confusion. I think that, again, I cannot stop emphasizing, when you have a good relationship, I'm talking about adult now, I'm not talking about any kind of relationship. A good relationship where two understanding people work together, okay? There's no such thing like 50-50. Now, don't forget now, marriage have seasons. Some season you can do it, some season you cannot do it. Some season you lose your job. What about the time you lose your job and you're the one who emphasizing 50-50? What's going to happen? So you can see that 50-50 doesn't really work in a good relationship, because what's 50-50 anyway? No, that's a simulation from other culture that we trying to mimic. Okay? So I think that working together, trust, and commitment can make everything easy. Yes, some days you can do it, some days you cannot do it. Don't measure your relationship on numbers. It's not gonna work. It's always gonna be chaos, because you set the wrong goals. You set the wrong tune to your relationship. And then if okay, like, for example, I have friends, their husbands make less money and the wife make more money than the husband. You know why? Why the wife was going to school, the husband was working. They have that understanding, they collaborate together, they have that mutual understanding. Okay, now my wife is going to school, now I'm going to fulfill all the bills, I'm going to or work. It's communication. So why the wife graduate now, she's making more money than the husband. The husband is not in school, working together. See what I'm saying? They are working together as a team, not against each other. Now, both of them are enjoying the fruit of their labor. Because if you try to stamp, okay, 50-50, it has a big down, because it destroyed the family. It really destroyed the family. Look at all the family that do 50-50. How does it happen? Look where we turn up. Look where he takes them to go. Because, okay, I got my 50, where's your 50? It's a lot of argument. We don't want to do that. Let's again when you go into marriage, you're going to marry because you love that person. You're going to marry for a long time. Not to say, when he approached you, you didn't say, oh, you're going to do 50-50, right? No, there was no such thing like 50-50, right? We're going to the marriage because we love each other. We want to raise a family together. So, for example, there are some stay-at-home mom. There are some women who stay at home, their husband work. Okay. There are some women who stay home and their husband work. I was a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom is a job itself. So if they have the understanding, the husband is at work working and bring the bacon. Yeah, I'm at home taking care of these kids. That's my contribution as a marriage. In the marriage, it's family. It's a group thing. So if the husband is at work working, I'm home taking care of the kids, doing the kids' homework, fixing dinner, and watch my husband cook. I'm also contributing to the family, to the structure of the family, to make the family grow and be productive. So it's so many things we can do to better off our family than to stamp it on 50-50. I don't think 50, to me personally, I don't think it will ever work for me. You know, again, try to work together. You carry each other. When one is low and the other one is high, you pick each other up. When you see the other partner weakness, you pick it from there. I think that's what marriage is supposed to be. Marriage is not supposed to be 50-50, because some days we cannot able to do all. And that's why you get into the marriage, because when you're weak, your significant other can pick up from your weak point. And I'm not talking about lazy men now. There are a lot of lazy men now who don't want to support their wife because they are the one bringing the bread. Now that's a topic for another day. What I'm saying is, when you work as a team, you always win, and things always work accordingly. Is communication. It's very, very important. You communicate to your husband, hey, this day I'm gonna work overtime because I'm working overtime to bring enough money to the family, and he understands, to get the kids to school, get them to daycare, prepare meals because my wife is working. It's not I'm the man. No, she's working, and she's working to provide for the family. You, the husband, try to help her out so that you can make things balance. It's about balancing. Okay, marriage is also is about balancing. When the wife is at work providing all the money, you help the husband. As a husband, help get the kids for school, get them ready for breakfast, dinner, or lunch while your wife is out there providing for the family. So it's about working together as a team.
Yeah, that's great. Yeriki Ines is contributing from the comment section, and she said, first of all, we'll have to talk about transparency, trust, cooperation, and understanding will go a long way in your family. So, our mommy here, Yeriki, is telling us, first of all, transparency. For you, because one of this transparency she mentioned is very important. When a family, when the couples are not transparent to each other, this one is making money, the other one doesn't even know how much he's making, and everybody is putting in their own pocket. That's why sometimes people encourage what they call a joint account and all these things, so that everybody will know this is what is coming into the family, and they know how to use it. So they plan together, just like Dr. Hillary said last time. You plan together as a family. But a lot of things resulting from people are in competition with their partner in marriage. You see, and some of these things are coming from influence gotten from colleagues and influence gotten from pressure at home. Some people, when their daughters or sons are here and they feel that they are settling down, they will start demanding from you, do this one, don't do this one for your wife. Or your wife, you know you are a nurse, you have money. There are other nurses there, they are building houses in their father's house. And all this pressure, cultural pressure coming from Africa. So if you really want to be happy in your marriage and avoid 50-50 and live in transparency as Yeriki advised us, you really need to show your husband this is what we get, what I get every month or every 2 weeks. And your husband need to show you, in all honesty, this is what will build a financial trust. And that is what will enhance cooperation and understanding. I'm taking it from Yeriki's advice. You see, she placed it systematically. I wish she can make a request and come up to this show. It would have been so nice, but I'm seeing her comments and it's making sense. Chinedu Michael is saying something. Chinedu Michael says 70% of our women are losing respect for men every day, and mostly the ones from a poor home. They would like to skip a man away from his own family and establish her own family. Wow. Wow, you see? So that's what I'm saying. So what will you talk about this? What's your reaction to this? What Chinedu is? Chinedu is watching the show from Cambodia. Is that Cambodia or where? Or Malaysia? So Tambari, what do you react? How do you react to what Chinedu is saying?
Well, I 100% agree with him. It's happening here in America. First of all, your husband comes first before their family. Let me be clear. You cannot possibly put your own family at home besides your husband. And that is one of the things that is bringing problem in a household in America. Because let's face it, some wives make money. Okay, like the nurses, they make money than their husband. How can you possibly? I know somebody. I'm not gonna mention their name. The graduate from nurse, he started building house for his family at home. Why would you do that? Like my sister said, transparency. If listen, trust, transparency, it comes together. You cannot possibly build house for your parent while your husband is still there. You're not elevating your family. The Bible says when you leave your father and your mother and your husband become what one. So your focus is supposed to be on your own family here, not for you to build house. And some of them too. Don't get me wrong. Some of the women are very disrespectful. The moment they start making money, you can't tell them anything no more. It's my money. But when you was going to school, it's our money now. Now that you graduated, it's my money. It's not supposed to be like that. It's a lot of women in this country, America, that are having problems with their husbands because they tend to invest in their own family where they come from. What about your husband? The man who brought you here, the man who spent money on you, the man who sponsored you to school. Where was your family then? So I totally agree. I think we need to stop investing in our family back home and invest in your family, that's your husband's family. And again, too, let me be clear, some husband too, they can be a problem too. But whatever the case might be, try as much as it can, try as much as you can to try to focus on your, because if your husband family, when you finish building your husband family, yeah, you can focus on your, there's something you guys can talk about, again, communication. You guys can talk about, say, honey, my father house in Abuja, or my father house in anywhere. I need to renovate my father house. If he's a good man with communication, yeah, what's wrong with that? You can do those things. But when the man begins to feel that you're hiding stuff from him, it's not going to be possible. So, yes, a lot of women are very disrespectful when they started making money. They're not contributing to their husbands' affair no more. When they make their money, they send it home to. First of all, what if you build a house? What credit did you get? No, I was raised when the man look, it takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes good two. You cannot invest in your father property at home while your husband has his no, is nothing to take home about. Focus on your family first. Okay? Focus on your family. Build your family together. You guys are one. You guys are one. You work together, not against each other. When your husband, you finish investing in your husband's family, then you can say, okay, you can tell your husband, again, communication. Hey, I want to do my dad house. I want to do my mom house. I don't think it's going to be a problem. If only the man know that you're working together as a team. So yeah, I strongly believe it. That's why I love this conversation. I love this topic because a lot of things is happening in our marriages. A lot of Nigerians, they come here, they lose their mind. How can you invest in your you guys gonna hate me? It's okay. How can you invest in your papa house, your husband house? You never finish them. I'm not saying don't invest in your father's house, but take care of your own first. Then your husband, then your own, then your parents' home can be the secondary, but your husband's home supposed to be the first because it's your husband. Yeah. I said what I said. You're supposed to focus on your husband's property, then you can bring the in-laws and family and extended family. Because some of us we tend to once to make make a little bit money, our money goes to our family. No, you're supposed to be here your husband first, and then you can extend it to the extended family.
Yeah, just like what you say. If there is understanding, there's always this planning together. When there's understanding, once there's transparency, once there is trust. Okay, and even if you want to build house in your house, the best way in Africa is for you to make it look, even if your husband doesn't have money, Make it look as if your husband is the one building it for the in-laws. That's some of the men, what they just want is to be involved. Let it look like I am doing it, because you know African men will have ego. So once a man feels that, Kai, I am looked at as a nobody, I'm looked at as useless, he will begin to lose it psychologically, begin to be aggressive. He begins to find fault where he don't need to find fault, because he's looking at it as, man, they are looking at me as I am nobody. I'm not good for anything. And when a woman goes ahead to make the husband look as if it's nothing. Do you know some people, when they go to the grocery stores to shop, some people give the card. They are the owner of the card. They give it to their husband. And after everything, they tell you, daddy pay now, daddy pay. All those things you see is just to give you respect. Let it look as if the man is trying at all. This is one of the things African men need. Yes, African men need this thing. It's not usually that you should put the money in the account, but let them be seen as if, nah, this man is trying. But when a man is looked at, everybody gathers in the house or people visit you and you say, Daddy, please come go to the post and take my card and go and buy fuel. You want to tell everybody that he cannot buy fuel until he picks the card from your purse. It doesn't look fine. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of our women and a lot of our men are doing it in their marriages abroad. Some men want to show that their women they are contributing everything because the woman is not having a work. Or I think Ruth is here. Yeah, Ruth is here.
I am
Yeah,
driving now. Sorry. I just have to
yeah.
join,
Hey,
even
Ruth.
if it's 5, 10 minutes. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Ruth. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Well,
Hey.
doing good. Tell us first of all where you're watching us from and your
I'm
name.
watching from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, So, what's your contribution to what we're discussing today?
Um, I don't believe in 50-50. That's my own opinion or choice. I don't believe in it. I believe in 100-100. Giving your all in your marriage. And there's something I always say: whoever that is able to do it, do it. Whoever that is able, that is capable to do it, do it. Whoever that is available, one, able,
All right.
capable, and available. It
Thank you,
doesn't
sister.
matter. If you can pay the bills, pay the bills. So what is your definition of 50-50, if I may ask? Does it mean in all of the bills, even to the kitchen, even to what we call, oh, this is a job for a man, this is a job for a woman. So is it going to be 50-50 in every aspect of the marriage? So what is your definition? Let me ask that first before, because when people say 50-50, some will just say, does he have to do only with the bills? Is that what the 50-50 your definition is? That's my question first before I continue.
So, can you hear me?
I
Very
can.
well.
Yeah. So we're talking about 50-50 in all bills. Let's say the bills is of 12,000, you have to bring 6,000. The other one, so 50-50 in all bills. That's what the topic is all
Okay.
about.
Do you know most times with this
Well,
50 of the thing, it takes the most that bring that 50-50 of a thing. Because when they know they are making this amount, they're like, oh, I believe in 50-50. You will not see the person that is making less say, let's do 50-50. What if the bills is 6,000 a month and you're only making 2,500? So will you be talking? But the one that is making 6,000 and the bills are, for instance, 4,000, they will quickly say, I believe in 50-50, so that they know they just bring their 2,000 and they have their own 4,000 to keep in their pocket. I don't believe in it. Will I do it? No. If any man say, let's do 50-50, I end that relationship or I end that. No, I cannot do 50-50. I bring my all to the marriage. You understand? Everything of me to the marriage. We put our money together. I believe in joint account. I believe in so many things. the marriage is a union between two, and the two shall become one. I don't know if you guys can still see or hear me, because I
Yeah,
always
we
see
can
you.
see.
Very well. We're just highlighting you.
And
We're
the
behind the
two
camera.
shall become one. Why this 50? Because now, if you are doing 50-50, that means, and the two still remains two. You understand? But when we put our income, our resources, everything together, as long as there is transparency, which I've seen from the comment section, when there is transparency, I don't think there should be problem in a marriage. When there is trust, I don't think when you see $500 withdrawn by your husband, you will not be thinking, what did he do with that money, or what is he doing with that money? Because there is trust, there is transparency. You're like, okay, whatever he's doing with it is for the benefit of the family. It's definitely, he's not going to go play gamble with it. He's not going to go play what they call that thing they scratch, whatever, pool or no. What that thing they scratch
Scratched
and
up.
win.
Scratched
No,
up.
no, 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 no. There's what they call it. You scratch whatever you see. What do they call that thing?
I don't
People
know.
win millions from it or
Yeah, a
whatever.
Powerball.
Lotto,
Powerball.
Lotto,
Well,
you mean
yes. So
Lotto?
as long
Lottery.
as you know he's not using it to go do all of that, go to the club, carry women or whatever, you know that I know what my husband is using this money. And anything you're doing, there is no, this is my money, that is your money, is our money. Most times, like you said earlier, women, especially women, when they don't have money, the money of the husband is our money. When they start making little change, their money is their money, is my money. I don't think it is fair to the men. I don't think so. We are one.
It's not
There
just
is no need hiding what you making. You will see that work, do overtime, work every time and all the time. But at the same time, the husband is like, where is this money? She has a separate account that she's sending them to. She has some kind of private project that she is doing. Your family is not comfortable. You are making another family. Your husband and your children is your first family. This should be your priority. As long as they are comfortable, everybody come next. The only person you can extend that same care for is only your parents. Like I'll tell my children, the only people that matters to me, that come first, that I can put my life in the line for, those who brought me to this world and the ones I brought to this world. Every other person, if I can, I'm sorry. Then my husband comes next. Siblings, I don't owe you nothing. I am sorry. If I can, I will help you. But you are not my responsibility unless you are a minor. And if you are a minor, you still have parents. Okay, my father is your father. Go meet your father. Unless they are aged, they cannot take care of you. Then I say, okay, let me play a big sister role or whatever. So, but when there is so much secrecy in the marriage or whatever, then we start having all this problem. Oh, let's do 50-50 to be sure everybody has an account, what they call it, accountability for everything. You are the one handling this. But don't get me wrong, there are some marriages, they will say, okay, you just handle, the man will even be the one to say, you handle, take care of the light bill, take care of the cable, let me take care of the big stuff. I'll do the rent, then you take care of the food, I'll do the rent, I'll do the car insurance, I'll do the cell phone. If you guys agree to do that, that one is different. You understand? So let me pause for a minute so that other people can put their own comments in.
what about can you hear me? Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hello.
Hold on. B. Chino, do you have something to say?
Yeah, let me just react before our big sister, Mrs. Okosun, comes in. You are, we are trying to respect opinions. This is your opinion, and your opinion is traditional. When we come to, and this show is showcasing African traditional values. So your opinion is in consonance with what the platform is trying to showcase. This platform is not trying to showcase how American marriage happens. It's trying to showcase traditional African marriage values.
Yes.
And this is what you have exactly said. That's why we call this show The Voice of Africa in Diaspora. So thank you for contributing. And let us hear from my sister, Mrs. Okosi. Even though your name is displayed here, but tell us your name, tell us where you're watching from.
My name is Miss Sokosin. And I'm watching from St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow. St.
Hi.
Louis. Hi. Okay, let's hear from you, ma'am.
I'm whole with you. I'm whole with you right here. So we're talking about the women, the women, the women. What I want to say about that, it's not just the women alone, men too. There are some men. There are some men that we once the woman is working, they want the woman to contribute everything the woman is making into that account. Then they become they take charge, control of that account. That woman cannot even just go there and just take whatever she want to do her hair. You see, you don't have that your will, that zeal of, hey, this is my thing. Let me take one and go do my hair or go do my nail. You or let me go to grocery without taking an permission. You know, there are some men like that. That kind of makes some women kind of be try to hide something from the men. So we cannot just put it on the women alone and say, oh, these women are greedy. If you are a man of the house, to me, I feel like your woman should be able to be free with you. You know, like if you guys work money, she should be able to say, I want this. Honestly, there are some men, when their women work, they were after the money gets to our account, the woman cannot boldly go there and just put the money out without taking permission from the husband.
But well, let me comment. I don't. Why should a woman? Why should we even be taking permission to? If assuming I'm not even working, I shouldn't be taking permission from my husband when I know I'm using that money well. I shouldn't be telling my husband, hey, can I take this money? No, I just take the card, my husband's card, and I use it for the family. Let alone now I'm working, I should be taking permission. The money, whether I come together or whatever, I shouldn't be taking permission. I just use the money as long as I know I'm using the money well.
Let me say this.
Somebody, you are above the camera.
Okay.
Come down, yeah.
Let
Okay.
me say this real quick. This is not just to attack the woman, and I love that you all are bringing your ideas. This is a platform, a discussion where everybody's contributing. And secondly, listen, we know how, personally to me, some men, once the woman start working, I'm just adding to what Bill Cosin is saying. She's absolutely right. There are some I called when I if you started watching me today, you tuned in earlier. I stated that the men, so I call them lazy men. The moment they see their wife working, in fact, I've known situation where some of them will come pick you up on just your payday alone. Let me say that again.
I'm sorry.
Some will come pick you up the day you are getting paid. And then when you give them that money, you so even some of women, as I speak now, as I speak, don't even can't even go to the store faithfully and spend the money they are working for.
Can
That's
you
also
imagine?
that's a topic for another day. Yes. Oh yeah. In St. Louis,
I
Missouri here,
know.
they cannot even go get their hair done. They cannot even go to Macy's and swipe their card. Now I started by saying marriage, you have to know the fundamentals of marriage first of all. When you say somebody I love you, I want to get married, marriage is oneness. When there's mutual understanding, communication, trust, okay, when you lack all those things, the marriage cannot work. For example, like the lady Ruth stated, why would I have to ask my husband? No, asking is one thing, not being disrespectful. I can tell you, honey, hey, I want to go to the store because we're gonna have two cards. You have your own debit card, I have my own debit card. Again, there's mutual understanding and there's respect. Because some of our men too don't have respect for our ladies too. Just because you're the man making all the decisions doesn't mean that you can have respect for your wife. You are the head of the family. We respect that. But some men, I quote, some men, they will not allow their wife to use the card. In fact, they say you don't need debit card. Tell me what you want, I give you. Fine. But I need to know where the money is coming and is going to. Because some men will, like I said, they work, you the woman work. You don't know where the money is going. And some will use your own money for side chick. Don't get me started on that side chick. Your money that you're working for. Here in St. Louis, Missouri, they will use the money and for side chick. Again, when the woman don't trust you, who will not give you your money? Let's understand that Trust is something that builds. It's not you. You have to work on it. Okay. If you don't, if your wife don't trust you, trust. She will not trust you with a paycheck. There's a reason why when your wife begin to question, honey, what do you do with that $2,000? There's distrust there. You are doing something she don't have any idea about.
You don't
That's
business. You
when
don't even have business doing. That's
right.
right.
That's when the communication comes in because you are not communicating with your significant other. You not telling the wife what you do with the money. You say you beat her. Where is the money? Where is the house? Show me evidence. So when you see women act the way they are, there's a reason. Okay, we like me. I know she's two of them are my good friends. Okay, listen, we want to adore our husband. We want to love our husband. We also want to know where the money is going. Plain. I
Let
want
me
my
tell
husband to
let
be
me
the
tell you
lead.
something. I'm not gonna be working, then I have to take excuse to take money.
That's what I said
If I'm
earlier.
working, I will
No.
not
No.
men listen to this. Any man listen, I will not be working. Even if I'm not working, I don't want to take excuse to buy something as a grown-up woman. Okay, if you read one, somebody just left one comment about a nurse there. If you read that comment and we comment on it, let's analyze that comment that somebody just
What she
commented.
said, I wasn't tell.
Mr. Chinedu.
I have, yeah, I'm putting it on the screen already. He said,
Okay.
Right.
I have a situation where they are both working, but the woman who is certified nurse is picking up the bills based on initial understanding, but it's now being treated like shit by the husband, such that she is so frustrated and currently considering divorce against her wish. She was even the one that brought her husband and the kid to UK and now to US. So
And
it's
tomorrow,
Let
neither
me
here.
say something about that, please. Can I say something about that? Can I say something about that? That seems to happen more. Okay? That seems to happen a whole lot. Now, which woman? See, you you have to pick your battles.
that one, of course, have been a blessing.
That's a cause. Because she's helping you. She's helping you. Oh my God. She's helping you. Okay? She's helping you build this
Okay, I think I
foundation.
have to say something here.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead.
I don't want to talk as a moderator. I want to talk as Chinedu and it. You know? So, I am a man and women are. I don't know why our men, it's like our men are running away today. Last last week, our men were all here. Today, women don't find them. They don't put their. Our men, please come up and tell us your own view. So, Mami Okosun and Lady Ruth, you're all right. And that's a traditional African value. So the issue is that this thing is not gender related.
Mm-hmm.
If we have statistics of women higher, doing this than men, but we must not base it on women alone, just like Mr. Okosun said. There are some men who don't want their wife to have money in their life. At the sight of money, they want us to how do we spend it?
You are controlling me on top of my money. My money again. Eh?
Not even the control is not even the money. But there are two. You see, if you know that somebody is getting money, it's not. Let me tell you that somebody is working and getting money, maybe more than you, or your God bless you, and your wife is also getting money, enough money. See, even if both of you are not having the same account, now brain. You get when you go ask your wife something. You get what you go do. If you won't collect money, you get style where you go approach. You get the time where you go ask them the money. She cannot resist. Not when she's gonna. Where's the card? Where's the this thing? I want to buy this one.
I brought you to America.
Yeah. So she will now feel for my own thing again. But you get how you go take tap 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 tap. At the tapping point, you ask for one or two favor. Madam go do am. You go even do pass. So all these things we are talking about is strategy and understanding and approach. Approach matters a lot. Let the woman think I am getting the money, but he's using it for you. Just give her a sense of belonging for her to know that this money is for her. Give her the respect. Just like I told you, there was a time I was not working. I didn't like 9 to 5 when I came because of political positions I've had in Nigeria. I came here, I saw myself, I was doing CNA. Sky, something happened in that office one day. I came back and said, come on, I can't do this again. I started to change to something else. So within that period, I have to learn those things. I begged my wife for like 6, 7 months. I wasn't bringing anything. I've told this story in this show. Come on, what I did that time is I told myself to fool madam. Before my wife will come back, I don't cook, I don't wash plates, I don't wash all her clothes, I don't iron her. All those things why making no come down, making no come say, I need to give the money. So I just use the strategy. So when I come to get my own money, I cannot pay some bills. So I don't go, I know the day for kitchen every time like I did before. You understand? But that time, if she comes back, she want to work. I say, no, go and sleep. Go and sleep. You know you still go back to work. All those things now waiting.
God bless you, Oga.
Exactly, Oga. The way you take approach am now, at the end of the day, una get problem. No, una fight, una even talk
Has
about.
she divorced?
Oh, that is
No.
what many men no get. Oh, you be my wife.
Yeah,
You
I'm
go
still coming.
come back
I'm
from
still
work.
coming.
She go come
I'm
do
still
this.
coming. This is an approach I did and gave a good result. I still have a friend who is close to me. He's doing more than this thing I was doing. He's still working. Hey, but if you see fire, because of his kids, he decided to sacrifice. He'll be going to work only twice a week. And the work he goes to, he will always come back early so that he will take care of the kids because they are still having small kids. So, but the wife is now looking down on her as if she's nothing. Not that if he goes to work the way the wife is going to work, the wife will not earn more than him. He's fit, he's strong.
Why don't he go to work and let the wife be doing the wife thing, huh?
The woman no gree based on the career where the woman gets. You know this thing. You know some of this career and money career. So if the person here the kind money where other people with the same career they make, you can't tell her make it sit down for house. You now go get problem.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you have somebody who is into IT and he knows that people of this cadre they are earning 6 figures, or you have a very RM that is experienced, certified nurse that knows that if you join agency, you can be earning 6 figures. And now you tell her, because I'm working in Amazon, I am strong. I want to be working with $15 an hour. You want to tell her to sit down at home. You know, agree.
Well, let me come here, Oga. I want to ask you a question. So, like you said, when you were, I think, schooling or you were out of job for 6 months, thereabout, you were helping your wife with the children, the house chores, and all that. Okay. When you can't start work and everything, back to work or whatever, how was that helping? Did you continue or it reduced? Because some men say, oh, now
No,
that
that's
one no get job,
I
but
said
yes,
I
now that's the
continue.
only time I go
That
help
one,
do this,
that
do
one.
this.
I know they use myself as an example because everybody get how you view things. We'll raise this thing as a topic next time. Is it bad for a man to cook and do some?
Who they ask that question if it is
No,
bad?
listen. No, people still they ask the question. No. If we throw them up, you see people where they ask the question, you go shock. So what we are trying to say is that it's not bad for us to do this.
But I want to contribute to that one you just said about that man. That a man should, to me, a man should always be a man. You just said if the man have nowhere else to get more money and he is sitting down take care of the children in the house, doing only 2 days a week, I can understand that because he has no job. That's all he can do. If you can make more as a man, try to always be the man you are and make more.
You cannot
If
make
you want
more.
to go to the work, let the woman
No.
take some days off.
Mrs. Okosun, some of us came here like me. I was a local government chairman. I was special advisor to my governor in different capacities. And I came here. I don't have a career like a nurse. I'm not into IT. Are you hearing me? So I have to start with CNA, the one I can do here. You cannot carry a local government chairman in Nigeria and come here. Nobody won't know you. Nobody want to know who you are. Okay?
Okay.
You understand me? So you see yourself coming down to the level of, so that is all you can do. You can't do otherwise. And you have to
CNA or caregiver, because there's a difference between the two. CNA, you go to school for it. Caregiver, now you do
I
all
went
that.
to school for it. I went to school, got
Okay, so
certified.
that's CNA. Okay.
I had a state license from
Oh,
North
okay,
Dakota.
that's
I
good.
was in North Dakota then. So what we are trying to say is this. And my wife is a registered nurse. She has a career. When I work, no matter how I work hard, I cannot bring into the family what my wife will bring if she goes to work. This is the truth. It's an assumption. So if you really they say, okay, even make they leave you, go and work hard, make madam day house, you don't go work.
No go. That's
You
true.
don't go
So
work.
we
That won't
need
work.
we need the woman to understand that I am more blessed in this land by my career. My career has attracted more blessing and more earning to the family. She should see it as a blessing, an extra blessing to the family, not because she's a woman. So it is an attitude that we approach things that matters. Obonia, Okolo, see our women need to be calm when men talk about the excesses of the agenda. Hey, that
That was still living in the village. I mean, waiting.
man is coming from UK. Look at what he says. See, our women need to be calm when men talk about the excesses of the agenda. You don't shut guys down if we must have a mature conversation tonight. Men don't come, men don't come, men
Let
don't.
it come to life now. Bring it to life. Mm.
Mm.
I'll send a link to him now. The
Mm.
man is feeling entitled to that man's money and being disrespectful.
Yeah, they don't feel entitled.
That's
Yeah.
my big sister.
Yeriki, Yeriki, you want to come up? Then I can let me post the
Maybe you bring that man. Maybe you bring that man. Let's hear what he wants, what he
bring
has
that
to say.
one now. Let me see.
But I say another thing. I feel when a man now him bring you to this country, their approach to that wife of theirs is different. If they meet the woman here, it is different. Then if it can't be American woman,
It is different.
it is different. So
It
why
is different.
you guys
Hmm.
just treat if
See,
they bring you, it's like they treat you. They don't treat you
the
like a
same way. It's
partner.
like
Treat
it's
you
like
like
they
a
are
property.
bipolar. They have different characters.
Like you once they bring you here, you are their property,
You are their
not
property.
a partner. So why like that? Because you bring somebody here, you know me say your
Si-
money,
Sister
everything, and you
Ruth.
are working for me.
Sister
That
Ruth.
mentality is wrong.
Sister Ruth.
Ma,
That thing you just said now, even forget the one that brought you, the one that you brought. When they marry white or or American, you see how they will be running around, scatter, sweeping, cleaning, going to work. They never tire. But immediately
yeah,
they
why
marry
not? They
Can I
bring
Nigeria,
different.
can
then they
I
sound
can
like
I
that
say
man that just
something?
wrote on that comment.
We
Can I
women, we marry Oyinbo, now the same way we be. We marry a Chinese, so we are the
The
same.
same way.
We marry African man, no, not the same. But who
can
now?
I
When you
say
marry
something?
African woman, now be different man. Marry Oyinbo, different. Marry no, now if they
They
can't bring
have
you,
they have multi characters. That's what I don't understand. When a Nigerian man married Oibo, you will see they will be carrying baby, cleaning, doing everything. They will still be working. It's okay. But immediately they
exactly.
marry Nigeria, it's a different case.
If they can't bring you, what marry?
They
Can
don't
I
finish.
can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
It's interesting that you guys saying all this because it is so true. I'm married to an American, so I totally understand everything you say. Our men, they will do something for other people, but when they marry to a Nigerian, the same thing the woman was complaining about for years. Honey, I needed to do this. They will not do it. When they marry to, it's just, and then it's just the way it is. It is wrong. And because we black women, we think we're strong. That's another topic for another day because we think that we're too strong. I can do this, I can do that. No, sit your butt down. The one you cannot do, no carry on for head. Because we too, they do too. We go one do say I want do. No, nobody's competing with anybody. Yes, that's a topic for another day. But back to what we were saying. Listen, marriage again. I cannot stop emphasizing. You have to know the fundamentals of marriage. Forget we say with the America. Yes, America despoil many, despoil women. The men here with the ones who I know are very, very lazy. very lazy, extremely lazy, because they think once their wife started being a nurse making money, they
They
don't want
want
to
to stay
stay
at home
home.
and babysit. Why don't want
No,
my men to stay at home and babysit for me?
yeah,
Go and
hold on.
find something to do.
Think about our father. How did they think they raise us? Collaboration. My dad or my mom, they collaborate together. They work as a team. They did not tell who bring first or who don't
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
first.
Royalty Thomas, can you come up? Can you come up? There's an American here. He said she's an American and is married to Nigerian
I
man.
want to hear him. Can you come up?
Yes, please.
Please come up, come up. We want to hear from you. It will be nice
So
hearing from you.
marrying other tribes, you have
If you are finding it difficult, please send your number, send a text to Tambari. If you don't want to send to me, send, if you have Tambari's number, send to Tambari. I
the
will send
link.
a link to Tambari to forward to your phone.
Yeah.
Or there is a phone displayed here. You can send your number, or you can come in. You can join through the link I've sent in the comment section. So I want to.
Okay.
Even the man is trying to join now.
Please join.
Please
Listen,
join. Please join.
this is
Sister
hold on.
Ruth.
This is a very broad conversation, and people have different opinion. But at the end of the day, we know what is right. We know what is wrong. So there's no right or wrong question, and no wrong and right answer here, because a lot of women, a lot of men are going through this 50-50. So I don't think it works for anybody. If you want to be really honest, think about the days you cannot fulfill your own commitment. What are you gonna do? Because you emphasize in 50-50. You know, again, listen, we can always come together when we work as a team. Marriage is supposed to be teamwork. Okay, not saying, "Oh, I'm a man, I'm a woman." Yes, you're the head of the family. We respect that, but a lot of time, 90% of time, I'm talking about Nigerian men, not American men now. Nigerian men are so arrogant, are so, I mean, so arrogant in something they do. Like, your
Use
wife
the
is
use some, not all.
not
Use the
some,
words
some,
right.
yeah, some of
Some,
Nigerian.
yeah,
I didn't say
or most,
some.
not
No,
yeah.
some of Nigerian men, they don't want to help their wives. They don't want to help. Oh, Cherie says she wants to join. Let me bring her in because she's married to Can I bring her in? Can I?
Please, please, please.
Who
Can
is
I?
that person?
Hold
Send
on.
the link to you. Somebody, let me send the link to you. You send the link to
Okay.
in your phone.
The thing is that
Sorry. She
Go
wants
ahead.
to
Go
join.
ahead. Go
the
Did you
ahead.
thing
send
is
it to me?
that
I'm sorry.
uh,
B. Hold on, B. Did you send it to me, Mr. Chinedu?
I'm sending it to you. You
Okay.
see.
She really wants to say, I want to join so bad. So I love this. I love this conversation. I am really, really, really impressed, and it's a lot to say. It's a whole lot. People are good.
I sent it to you.
You guys
Send it.
continue. Let me invite her. Okay.
So please let's hear from Mr. Okosin now.
yeah, that's
But
right. I was
this,
just
this,
I was
this,
just adding to
this,
what
this,
I was just adding to what Miss Ruth brought out. Like what? That's the plain truth. When you see our men married to all these Americans, the way you will see them running around, you will think that the American lady just married another Nigeria lady. But immediately they married to a Nigeria, it's different though. It's totally different. You got to do this. Hey, who are you talking to? Is it because we're in America?
what we're doing here is an African platform, is okay. But these things people are talking about Nigerian men, do you also see it in other African men?
Yeah. Yes.
It is
Is
more. It's
it, is it
common
just
with
about Nigeria?
Nigerian men. Most of
Which
them,
other
not
Africa
all.
do you see it from? I don't know about other African men.
This is not fair.
Not
Oh. You
all.
guys leave my Nigerian
That
men
is
alone.
the
Oh.
point.
No, you cannot be talking only about Nigerian men here. So when we are talking about this, around, so access to her.
No, I'm on live, so I cannot get off this live. Let me. Can you send the link on the public on the? Just
Send
send
it,
the link.
I sent the link severally on the public. Maybe
Send it again so she can click on the link because I cannot get off live and send her on my WhatsApp is linked to my phone that I'm on live. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you guys crack me up. Listen. Whew, wow. Marriage is
so what we're trying to, the man is coming up from UK. The man who wrote that is coming up
Yeah,
now.
we want to hear him.
Yeah, you are waiting. So what we're trying to say is, you see why myself and Tambari we met and we said we want to establish this kind of platform. Both of us, we thought about it, and you see, it's working. People are now talking. I want to tell you, a lot of people are listening to what we're saying now. A lot on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook Live. People are listening to. Hello? Yeah? Why? So what is he saying? You don't have an Android phone. Use your Android. Use your Android. Yeah, now you don't need to ask you anything. S24. Android goes straight. Yeah, try it. Okay. So what we're saying is that the importance of what we're doing, ma'am, is that people are learning from this platform. We decided, you see, some of you who are bringing your time to talk here, you might just be seeing it that you are airing your view alone. But as we're talking now, is there are families that are listening to us. And what we are saying is impacting in their lives out of experience. So the Gen Z generation don't want to listen to anything. And that's why we consider what we are doing here the mature and an elderly forum where people discuss. I think Shea Abraham is here.
Hello.
She's
Hi.
yeah.
Thank you for having
Oh,
me.
thank you. I was talking to you. I was typing. Okay, go on. How are you?
I'm
Yeah.
doing great.
Yeah,
Thank you. How are you all doing
we're
today?
doing well. Thank you.
There's
Yeah.
no much light where you are. Are you in the car?
Can you
No,
put on light?
I'm at home relaxing in bed.
Can you put on some light, please? It's so dark.
Sure, sure. I'll be
Thank
happy
you.
to turn excuse
Yeah.
me.
Put some light so we can
Okay.
hear you. So what we're saying, this question is that cuisine Nigerian. First of all, we have to be sincere. Good, it's better now. So we have to be sincere in our approach, and we don't have to generalize. We don't need to be victim of hasty conclusion. You see, this platform, we have to accept really men are like that. If I don't say so, I'm lying to myself and I'm deceiving the people who are following this platform. Men are like, but not all men. And a man is also trying to come up to see. But before then, with due respect, let's hear from Sherry Abraham. Introduce yourself, Sherry, and tell us where you're watching from, your nationality, if it's possible. And
Yes. Yes, sir. My name is Sheree Abraham. I'm from St. Louis, born and raised. Um, my husband and I, we've been married for 7 years. We lived in St. Louis. And from my perspective on this topic, I think it's very interesting to discuss because being married to him, there's been a lot of stereotypes of Black Americans, marrying Nigerians. You hear things, you hear people saying different things like Americans being married to Nigerians, it won't work due to the cultural differences, and what I find what makes our marriage work is we both come from traditional homes. So my parents were married when I was coming up. His parents were married, so we both have that foundation of understanding what makes a marriage work, what makes your roles work. So despite our cultural differences, we were able to, you know, see where each other was at when we got together, when we came together as a couple. You get, and we find that what works for us, number one, is God. We both had that foundation. We both have the understanding that we're going to have this marriage based on our godly principles. Number one. Number two, with our experiences, we have similar experiences. We both lived out of the country, from Nigeria. I lived out of America in another country, And we were able to not only just be traditional from where we came from, but we picked up other traditions from other places. So once we came together, we didn't look at, well, you're from St. Louis, you're from Nigeria, but whatever we came together with, we kind of meshed it to make it work. And it's working for us. You get what I mean? So we try not to judge each other, like I've been to Nigeria 3 times with him. And yes, I saw things that were different, but I did not judge. When he's in here in St. Louis, he sees things that are different, like, oh, we don't do this in Nigeria, but he doesn't judge. And like even to this day, I've seen people who are Nigerian who are not married anymore, but I'm with the Nigerian and I'm an American, but we're still married. So, and people ask me, how do you guys make it work? But I'm just here to contribute for what I was raised and what my values are as an American to this. I bring that to this marriage. I don't bring in nonsense. I don't bring in the stereotype that Americans have worldwide. We're lazy, we don't work,
The man is here.
we don't yeah. There's a lot of stereotypes out there, and he didn't see those in me. He saw me as someone different. And I got the best Nigerian who I brought to St. Louis. You better believe that. He's amazing.
Well, I'm glad you contribute, and it's good to have you on this platform. So, what do you think about 50-50 in marriage?
Hmm.
Is it a cause or a blessing to you? 50-50 marriage.
Well, me and my husband, when we first got together, he saw me as being a working woman. And he said, "This lady works hard. I like that in you." And when I met him, I saw him as a working man. And I said, "This guy works hard." And when we saw that in each other, we felt that we both can contribute to this marriage. 50-50 for us is where it's something that we do bring, that does come up in our marriage. But like we have this list where you're responsible, like my husband is responsible for the big bills, like our mortgage, car insurance, things that he feels like I shouldn't touch. But like small bills, like little um garbage bills, utility bills, things like that, he makes me responsible for, and we have that understanding. And that's what makes our marriage work. You get so I don't believe that one thing should be on the husband.
Good.
He doesn't believe that I should be a stay-at-home wife. No. And I don't want to be. I don't want to be, but if we have to have that conversation where, hey, you need to do this and do that while I'm trying to do this over here, that's what we discuss.
Okay, that's wonderful. Abraham, I want to welcome you to this show. This is Chinedu Anichi TV show. You're welcome, the African Voice in the Diaspora. Thank you for marrying in Nigeria. Thank you for believing in African values and being able to navigate uh, um, smoothly or fluctuate. I don't want to use the negative word to be able to balance it between the American style of marriage and African traditional values. First of all, from what you're saying, one of the things I can point at is that you made God the center of your attraction, and godly values were seen as superior to other values. So, noted, but I want to ask a very important question. If you look at these gentle ladies here, they have
Hmm.
always said that when Nigerian men marry people like you, they will start
Hmm.
where? Then when they marry, so are you hearing me, Lady Ruth?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. So it was Lady Ruth I'm asking. So that when Nigerian men marry people like you, they become very, very good. They behave well and all this. But when they marry Nigerians, and they don't behave like that. Is that? Do you think that is correct?
You said that is duty.
Do you think that is correct? What they are saying is correct?
To an extent, yes, because I want to say, when my husband came to America, he had never been here before, so I kind of had to show him respectfully the ropes here and how things go. But I also connected him with other Nigerian men from his tribe, so that he didn't feel like I was, in total control, and that he would have some type of figure to guide him and kind of help him along his journey immigrating here. I didn't want to emasculate him. And I noticed when we go to Nigeria, his head kind of changes. He wants to be in control more. He wants to spend his money, and he wants me to just be a woman. I do see a difference. And when he's here in America, it's more like, well, we both have our heads together in this. So I still want you to respect me, but I also want you to, to contribute to this marriage. That's what I see in my. So yeah, what they're saying is true. Like, my husband cooks. He cooks. I cook. Um, but I do notice that he's not as what can I say? He's more dominant when we go to Africa than he is here in America. Yeah.
Uh,
So,
sorry,
so
sorry.
I'm coming, Obo, I'm coming, Obo, I'm coming. So
Okay. No, I
this is
just wanted to talk on that Nigerian
welcome,
issue.
welcome, Obo, Obonia, Omekania. Obo is based in the US. Obo is a very, very important personality in my own place, and I thank you for finding time to be in this show. Thank you. Obo, before we go on,
Yeah.
um, I want to thank Madam for sharing, but you did not answer my question, Abraham.
Okay.
The allegation, as alleged, I want to say as alleged
Mm-hmm.
by Lady Ruth and Mrs. Yokosun and collaborated by Tambari, that when Nigerian men marry people who are non-Nigerians, they are
Mm-hmm.
they are very, very at home and humble and hardworking. But once they see Nigerian woman, their Jackie Chan will start. So, do you believe that that is true?
I don't believe. I don't know too many American ladies. Well, my cousin of mine married a Nigerian, and her situation is different from mine. Like, her husband wants her to pay 50 on their mortgage. My husband doesn't require that. And I think it depends on what type of woman that you are. Like, she came in the marriage with children from someone else. You get? I did not. So I don't know if that's placed on how that man values that lady and what he's seeing in her, because he's probably thinking, well, she doesn't have any kids for me, so why should I pay all of her bills? Versus, I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just, analyzing the situation to see, what are those factors that play in that, to where the man is doing more than as is doing more with an American woman versus a Nigerian woman. And I do see Nigerian women here in America who are working their tails off, working very hard, and the husband is not. He's gotten kind of lazy and dependent on her. I've seen it as well. So it just all depends on the marriage that and the understanding that they have with each other. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that is good. That's a very balanced way of
A-
answering.
A- Abraham, let me say this to her. Let me say it real quick before I let you go.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
when you say people are telling you, oh, you married to a Nigeria, it won't work. America, Nigeria don't work. Don't mind them. Which one ever work for them? Don't they divorce in America? Don't America divorce? They always say that, but don't listen to them when they keep telling you, oh, you marry in Nigeria, it won't work. Just do your thing. Nigerian men are good. They will take care of you just like he's taking care of you right now.
Yes, ma'am. And you know what? I never got married to a Nigerian because of what people said. Oh, or they had this stereotype that Nigerian men take care of their wives.
Don't
That's not
listen
why
to
I
them.
married
Which
him.
one work for them? Which one do they don't they divorce yet? How many
Right.
of them marry? Don't listen to them.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Just
Thank you
hold
so
your marriage and forget about them. Don't.
Okay, we want to bring Obonia now. Mekania,
thank you.
welcome to this show. Please don't go. You can stay and watch. But if
Yes,
you feel
sir.
you want to go, you can go too and listen from the comment section. But if you want to stay, you're free. This my the kind of studio I've built. This can take up to 12 people in this show at the same time. So it's a very sophisticated software. So we're not threatened by people coming in to talk. So, somebody, I hope we're on the line.
I am. I'm just listening. I'm
Somebody,
waiting for.
I want you to welcome Obonia.
Well, hello, Bonda. How are you?
Hi, I'm all right. Yeah, you.
Doing well. So I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're watching from, and let's get right into it.
Is all right. My name is Obonia Faustinus Okolo. I'm in West Yorkshire in United Kingdom, England, and I've been a banker all my life in Nigeria, and now in the United Kingdom. Um, I'm also a politician back home,
Okay.
then an entrepreneur, and also a community leader in my own little rights, and as well, I work with a pharmaceutical company, one of the bigger pharmaceutical companies in Europe, Startup Group. That's where I currently work in the United Kingdom. I'm also a licensed financial educator here in the United Kingdom. So uh, I'm just giving you a brief of who I am and what I represent. And I'm also a titled man in Igbo land as well.
Mekania.
Yeah,
Welcome to the show.
I know
So
you
thank
won't forget
you.
that one.
good to have you.
We like title like this.
Well, good to have you. And so today we're talking about marriage,
Yeah,
50 in marriage. If it's a blessing, is a blessing or is a curse? So we want your, what do you think? Do you think it's a curse or do you think it's a blessing? So take it away.
all right. So for me, I always say it. If you've got it, you got to flaunt it. If a man has the money, he doesn't need a woman to do the 50-50. But if the family is still yet to balance, the man is struggling, the woman is struggling, then there's need. That's why they are a family. There's need for them to come together and build their relationship, build their home together because it's their home. And I'm sorry I have to say this. The onus lies on the woman because it is the woman that builds the home. The man is just a visitor to that home, I'll tell you. So it's the woman's responsibility to build the home the way she want to build it. I'll give you a typical example. While I was in Nigeria, I built my house in Abuja. And while I built the house, I was just busy, excited that I've built a house. So I got one of the engineers to come do like there's something they call it not after POP there's screening.
Okay.
So during the screening, I had colors in mind, and I was telling the guy, okay, this is the color I have in mind, and this. So my wife just said, "You mean she's not to tell me the color?" I said, so I was really taken aback. I was complaining to the guy. I said, "See, I built this house. Only color now is the problem." The guy just gave me an advice and say, "Oh boy, you are a visitor to that house. Allow the woman to, create the environment she want to create, the way she want to see the house." And at the end of the day, I gave up with just that little advice I got from the guy that produced the paint, the screening paint for me.
Mhm.
So I just gave him my wife's number, and said, discuss with her, finalize the color she wants, and just leave it. And truthfully, I always, like the guy said, I work like six. I leave the house at about 6:30 in the morning, and I don't come back till about 8 9 p.m. at night. So I only come back to see my children, just before they go to bed. And early in the morning, sometimes they don't get to see me. I'm off. Then weekends, I do go, I'm a guy. I do go and play football for my exercise because I work hard throughout the week then. So I play football and, I'll tell you, I'm not hiding it. When we finish playing football, we relax and drink. I think she will tell you how we do it in Nigeria. We relax and drink beer with pepper soup and the rest, just to chill off, for the stress of the week. So that points to the fact that I'm saying that what I say that my guy was talking about, the fact that the house is the woman that builds that home, that I'm a visitor. So I see myself at that point being a visitor. So that what I now decided to do is that every Sunday I don't go out. I spend the day with my family. From church, I come back, we eat together, we pray together, we do everything together. So I hope I've been able to clear you on the 50-50 and other apparatus that are to be joined with it.
You want me to go ahead?
I want to come from this point because there's something that made the women request that you come in. Social media, I know the lie. I want to bring what you said to this place. You say, see, our women need to come when men talk about the excesses of the agenda. You don't shut guys down if we must have a mature conversation tonight. This is what you
Yeah.
type and everybody.
That's my signature.
Mm-hmm.
He appeared differently. It's not saying he didn't appear like what he put there. It's different.
No,
Let me say this.
So, Dambori, okay.
do I respond to that?
Let my co-host talk, okay?
I
All
wanted
right.
to say, can you explain it? Just give us a little bit of explanation. What do you mean by that? So some of us don't understand what you mean. So
All right.
just give us a brief clarification of what you just said.
All right. Before I came on board, there was another lady that was there, and I was watching from the background, and to me, it was as if anything about men should be discarded, shouldn't be given that chance for a man to express themselves. So I was like, no, can we, I'm not, fairness to you guys, you ladies over there. I wasn't referring to you ladies, but I was trying to say women should allow men to express themselves. Because let me tell you, men suffer a lot in marriage. I can tell you. I've been married for 16 years plus. So I know what I'm talking about. Men suffer a lot in the hands of women. And it's high time we begin to talk about the abuse of men in marriage. It's not only women that suffer emotional abuse. Men do suffer emotional abuse, coupled with financial burden, coupled with societal expectations, family expectations, and so many other expectations on their part. A woman is supposed to be a shoulder onto which that man's head should lie on. That the man is the head of the family doesn't mean that the man should lord it over a woman. It is a joint venture. You have signed up to this venture to create a new society, because the family is the smallest society you can have in the world. So you're creating a new society. What kind of values are you creating? Are you instilling from that small nucleus family that you've formed? So if a woman doesn't allow the man to as the head, or rather allow the man to be a puppet, which so many men have been turned into in their homes. Me, I cook, I wash toilet, I wash bedroom. The only thing I don't do is to wash their clothes because of the advent of technology, washing machine. But I iron my daughter's clothes for school. I do that. I take them to school. While I was in Nigeria, I pay their school fees. all alone. I provide for their feeding up to date. So a man should act as a man. In Igbo land, as they say, "Amonwo Kenya Burunwoke." So if you say you're a man, be the man that you are. And that was why I wanted to make a comment to what Abraham said. I just want her to appreciate her husband about what he does when he gets home. I'll tell you, as a traditional man, an Igbo man has pride in him. In US, an Igbo man would do anything, even not just US, I mean UK, he would do anything just to make peace. But back home, an Igbo man will try to show you that, not you, but to show the society where he's coming from, that I'm in charge. It is not my woman that is giving me money. It is not my woman that is spending on me. Even if the money is coming from you, that man wants to have that pride, not because of you, but because of the people back home. So the man is doing it not to hurt you, but also to show you that respect, because you have more respect from his people, that he is the one actually acting as the man, not you. Being the woman that is making him act as a man. You will be respected as a wife who is submissive to him, making him do those things. In fact, let me tell you, when my parents were building, I sent them money all the time, 300,000, 200,000, just like that. So a duplex was completed. But each time I sent money to my dad while he was still alive, my dad would call my wife to say, "Thank you for what you and your husband has sent to us." Do those things. In fact, let me tell you, but I'll tell you, my wife never knew I sent the money. She only knew when my dad called to thank her, because I make it look as if that it is a family thing, not me, Obonia, sending the money. My family have sent this money to support you guys in the project, in that project. So my dad is now calling her to say, "Okay, I've spoken with my son, but I also need to thank you for what you guys have done for them." So that is the way it is back home in traditional African settings. So please don't feel offended whenever he does that. Just understand him that is who we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not offended at all. I just
All right.
Our wife, you are winning today.
No, she's a
well,
great woman, and I really appreciate them.
Ogbonia.
yes.
Mr. Ogbonia,
Yeah.
let me quickly chip in something you just said. A real woman don't need a puppet as a husband. Real women don't want to see their husbands as puppets. Trust
Exactly.
me. We want to see
You're
our
right.
men as a man.
As a
All
lion.
those men that clean the house, clean the floor, not the one that is helping, no. All those real puppets that are cleaning because you are a nurse, or we don't really want that. We want a man. The man we can hold and say, "That's my man. That's my husband." That's why when you see me on the platform, I bear Mrs. Okosin. You understand? All those ones we turning our men to puppets. Nobody wants their men to be. Who wants to marry a puppet?
Exactly.
Yes, sir. I'm
It's,
very
just to support you, Miss Okosun. Do you know, like I told you, I'm a traditional man. I'm in UK, and there are times my friends who call me from the village, or I'll tell them I'm in the kitchen. They say, "What am I doing in the kitchen?" I say, "I'm cooking." They will say, "Chief, cooking?" I say, "Doesn't Chief, don't they eat?" They say, "No, it's not my responsibility to cook." I say, "Then be there in the village, let hunger kill you." I can cook, and I can cook very well. I cook not just rice or spa or anything. I cook traditional African cook. In fact, I have achicha here with me. I have okpa. In fact, you even provoked me. By tomorrow morning, I'm cooking okpa with red oil from my village of Ragada, Ancient Kingdom. I brought it back from the village when I traveled home to Nigeria in June. for my mom's retirement Thanksgiving. So I do all those things. I don't send anybody. Nobody should
Okay,
determine how I
okay.
live my life.
Let me come in here. Let me come in here. Omekane.
Yeah.
Omekane, due respect. Tambar is like, when you are stable, I'll bring you back because the thing is affecting this position. So, there's this explanation or this allegation, let me say, as alleged, that when Nigerian men marry Oyibo people, they become they do things very, they are humble, they are ladies, they are hardworking. They want to marry Nigerian people or marry Africans, that they become like, they become lazy and they start dealing with those women. So, how much do you agree with this?
Um, it is true to some extent. It is not true entirely in every respect. I'll tell you, some of our men are lazy. That's the truth. Some of our men are lazy. So, but that shouldn't give credence to the men that are hardworking and also, being the man that they are. Even in Nigeria, you should know now. I can tell you, I told you I worked in a bank. I know some of my colleagues, female colleagues, that are the breadwinner. Their husband they do nothing. They do nothing. So, so now coming to overseas, I came here as a dependent. I didn't come because I didn't want initially. I didn't want to come. I only came to help them process their visa. I have my job in Nigeria, but I had to resign my job from here when I saw that I needed to assist. I needed to assist in the sense that my daughter was still in primary school. Uh, no, the struggle to take her to school was something else. We're paying through our nose, child care, child minding, and all whatnot. So, and she had 2 years to do that, and I had to resign just to assist in, covering up that responsibility. For me to leave my good paying job in Nigeria as the manager of a bank, not just that I was looking for peanuts. It was still my money that brought my family to the UK. So I can tell you what I've done in Nigeria before I came here. So, but I still thank God I still came here, and but though I'm going back, because we have more job to do in the political arena. Yeah, no, of course. Now we can't leave, charlatans and misanthropes to handling things back home. I'll go back once my family is stable. I'll go back to join the race in making our place a brighter place, just like Trump have just won his election in America. So we'll go back to make our place the way we have met Europe and America. So our men sometimes do fail in that responsibility. They fail in that responsibility for, I don't know, maybe their poor sense of judgment or realization of things, the way things are in this generation. And what betide them if they get married to a Gen Z? Because a Gen Z will not take that rubbish from them. Yeah, no, now, a Gen Z will not take that rubbish from them. So what they do is that some men come to Europe. I can tell you, I know a lot of them in UK, that all they do is they run a cartel. They meet ladies online just to get the ladies, marry them, bring them to the UK, and they start messing up because they don't have anything to offer. All they were just looking for is an escape route. So they just found a ready parcel that will give them that. So when they come, they will pretend as if they are humble. But once they get their papers, their real self begins to manifest. And it's a shame on such kind of human being that call themselves men. They are not supposed to be called men. They're supposed to be called puppets. In fact, I don't call them men because they are not man enough now. If you're a man, if you're man enough, you should act as a man. Be the man that you are. I keep saying it. I'm one okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Abraham. Yeah, he will explain that to you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Obakani. I'll go back to Tambari. Tambari, how are you? Why are you struggling with your camera? What's going on? You are
I don't
always
know.
blinking your hand. That your hand is showing and closing the whole screen.
She doesn't want us to see her pretty face. That's why.
Yeah. So one of these,
She's so beautiful.
this
Oh,
beautiful
thank
face,
you. Thank
this
you, sis.
your beautiful face is part of our show. Stop
Oh,
it. I beg you. So thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Obonia. Sharing.
Yeah.
Abraham also sharing. Please, I want to beg you, if you are watching this show and you like what is going on here, share it in your page. Share the show in your WhatsApp. Get your friends to know that every Sunday, 1 p.m. CST, we are here to talk about families. We're here to talk about our life in diaspora as Africans. And you see, many people must have learned from what we are saying today. A lot of people watching on Instagram are there because this my TV was streaming on all social media platforms live. As we're live now on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube. Everybody from that can watch us. Not any part of us, but the totality of what we're saying here. So we are here to create impact and move the society forward. I thank everybody who have contributed today. Next week, we'll be having the topic we're having next week is DNA. Is it encouraged or not encouraged? Should every family conduct DNA?
I didn't approve of that one, no. Okay, I didn't approve of that one, no.
Me, I approve of it, though. I
What
do
would you guys
approve.
say to talk about that? What
I'm
In
would
fact,
just,
I'll be here next week.
I'm
Oh,
just
wait.
kidding. I'm
Uh,
kidding. I'm
okay,
kidding.
yeah, I'll be here next week.
yeah.
I promise. I promise I'll be here next week because
Abraham,
I want to talk about this DNA thing.
Abraham to bring some other Americans to listen to how our people behave, how we feel. Because let me tell you, this is a reality show. We didn't inform you are coming here, and you know about that. We did not tell you you are coming here.
I didn't even know I
And,
was
and
coming.
that shows you we are doing a reality thing. And you
Yes.
just came up, you said it the way you feel. So it's not a show. This is not a podcast where you go and pay people and tell them what to show, come and say, so that the thing will look sweet and you post it. No, this is reality. This is live show. So, and I want you to encourage your friends. Share this link to your friends to keep joining us. We can save families. We can save a lot of people from what we are talking about today. And I have a wonderful Tamba Refual whose face radiates, sensitivity to every gender, whose face radiates peace and love of family, whose face radiates African traditional values and respect for men and cooperation, and men loving their wife and their wife being submissive. That's what we are trying to preach here.
Yes. And I appreciate this platform. That's why I joined, because you're not seeing that tradition being carried out in today's society with the younger generation. And when I was growing up, I had two grandparents. I had my both parents, my aunts, uncles, they were all married, and not seeing that anymore. And it's heartbreaking. So I'm so grateful, so happy that you are discussing this live on YouTube. I appreciate it so much because I value family. I value traditional behaviors, and it's so much needed today. So thank you, Mr. Is it Chinedu?
Yeah, Chinedu. Good. So, Tambari, let me hear from you.
Listen, I couldn't be more happier to be here today. And I want to start by sis. I call you sis, of course, and I call you my little sister and everything. Thank you for being here. It's such a privilege and such an honor. Because one thing to watch it, and another thing to be part of the solution. Listen, no idea is good or bad. We all here to work together and see what we can add to our society, because the word is lost out there. People is hungry and thirsty for better information. So
That's
why not? So I I can't thank you enough. You could be cooking or doing something on the Sunday, but you choose to watch us, and I thank you so much. And I know that you're a good wife. I don't even need to thank you for marrying a true Ogoni man. You know, it means so much to me.
Mm.
He's
Listen,
Igbo,
you.
actually. He's Igbo.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Anyway,
no,
he's a
no.
Nigerian.
So you
He's
are
a
marrying.
Igbo. No, Igbo.
So you
yeah.
are marrying Nya
I
Igbo
thought it
Kwenu.
was Ogoni, but
No,
listen.
we actually have Ogoni. One of my friends is Ogoni.
Oh, so
And
that's your. I was thinking that's
that's
your husband.
connection.
Oh my God. But anyway, he's a
It's a,
Nigerian. You
yeah.
know, it's something about Nigeria. You know it. You know it's something about Nigerian. You know, you
Mm.
love that spiciness, that, you know. But thank you so much for putting up with us. And like I said, you could have been doing something better, but you choose to watch it. Don't forget, like Chinedu said, every 1 o'clock, every Sunday we are here. You know, bring any topic, anything you could talk about that could help. Like I said, people is thirsty, hungry for better information, you know. So not we're not here shaking our butt or no, we're just here to elevate in the elevate family and see what we can come on a common ground to make our families and our husbands and our wives happy. Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
Well,
And
thank
Mr. Wanda,
you.
thank you so much, sir. I didn't get I think my camera was in and out, but we're gonna continue this topic one on one
Yeah,
here
yeah.
with you. But thank you. It
No
was an
worries.
honor.
No worries.
It was an honor and a great
Yeah.
privilege to have you here. You know, um, come again 1 o'clock on Sunday. We have a lot to unfold. Your
Yeah.
presence, your information, your contribution means a lot. So please
Thank you
don't
so
forget
much.
to come in. It was nice meeting you all. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
And thank you
Yeah.
for encouraging
Just
our fellow
just
Americans.
before I check out, I would like to appreciate you guys, but most especially Abraham, Shari Abraham, for accepting us. She
I know so
accepted
you go
us
talk
by
that one. I know so you go
hold
talk
on.
that one.
Wait
Eh?
now. Let me do that vote of thanks on your behalf. I want to thank her for accepting us for who we are, for marrying our brother,
Oh
an
my
Igbo man, the best tribe in the world. We are
oh
the
my
descendants of
God.
Israel. You know, the holy people of God. I thank you for even containing his excesses.
Oh my goodness.
And I can only pray for God to bless you, especially, and bless your marriage.
Thank you. Same to you.
That joy you were looking for to get married to him, you get that joy in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So, thank you all of you. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO. And this is African Voice in Diaspora. Today we had Cher Abraham, we
Mhm.
had a lot of them. We had OGB, we had Tambari, my own Tambari, your co-host, and we had a couple of people, a lot of hundreds watching from Instagram, in hundreds watching from YouTube, and in hundreds watching from Facebook. So we thank God for this today. And you remember, this is African Voice in Diaspora. We want to tell our own story. The late Chinua Achebe, the great novelist, said, when an outsider tells your story, it will never end without prejudice. So we want to tell our own story. It's not about what CNN is talking about Africa. It's not about what Al Jazeera is talking about Africa. The Chinedu Anichi TV wants to talk about Africa by Africans. And that is why we have created the show. We don't talk about Bobrisky here. We don't talk about Very Dark Man. We don't talk about Blessing CEO. We don't talk about all those kind of things. We talk about African values and
Yeah.
how it can be concreted. And those that are negatively impacting on us, how it can be redressed and embraced a better virtue that will navigate us to victory. And it is family bound and it is God bound. So that's what we are doing here. So today, you are a voice. Abraham, you're a voice in Africa, and you have heard. Even though you're African American, it doesn't matter. You are an African. So, and this is building on African community and values.
It's possible she's from Ovoro.
She can be from anywhere. It doesn't matter. So, somebody. I think we'll be
I,
rounding
I
up.
was advised by my mother and my grandfather that we do have Hebrew lineage. Um, so I think that's what brought me and I believe God brought me and my husband together for us to bring that bridge that gap between Africans and African Americans,
Okay.
because we share so much common ground, and those common grounds is what matter, that brings people together. And I'm just so grateful to God to learn of his culture. He's able to learn my culture, and we exchange, the values that were once lost from my people. It's like he brought it back to me, and I'm so grateful to God for that. So grateful. And I appreciate, again, the of having a voice on this platform. I'm so grateful. And I also have my own platform as well, not trying to use your platform to promote myself, but also have Tambourine's a member of a Sisters of Abraham Global Network. And I'm such a believer in bringing women all over the world who are African descent together to share those, to collaborate, to share what each other's thinking are when it comes to business, and having that mindset, because the colonizers didn't want that. They didn't want us to come together. They fought us very hard to not be able to talk on these platforms, to share our cultural differences, because they know if we come together, whoa, nothing can stop us. Nothing. So
Okay.
thank God for you all. I thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
gonna go. I'm gonna go, and I will see you again. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. OGB, thank you, and I'm
You're
grateful.
welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
So,
right.
Tambari, we are back, and
Whew.
yeah, it has been a nice one today.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God. What a great conversation. What a great contribution. Oh my God. Listen, this is what I like about this platform. This is one reason I love what we're doing, because again, people are thirsty for information. Yeah. Do you know one or two people learn something from today? Yeah. Because like you said, we need to tell our own story our own way, unapologetically, the way we know. There's nobody can tell our story. Okay. So I'm so honored and glad that we doing this. What do you think though? What do you think about today?
Yeah, today was a nice outing, and usually we are going to break it into pieces from the different people's contribution, and also post it in your page for them to watch. So for those of you watching me, go straight to Tambari Inyata Fowler and follow her page. This live streaming is supposed to be on the page, but we are still trying to develop the technical process of inculcating our own in the software. So, but while we are waiting for that, always go and watch, because this is shared live, and some of the short videos will also be displayed this week in our page. So, I am grateful you're here, and I'm grateful that what we're doing is impacting. You can see people all over the world. Somebody from Tennessee, somebody from UK, somebody from an African American. You can see it is a complete setup today. So, and I think next week will be better. Next week we'll be hitting DNA.
Let me say one last thing, then I get off, okay? Listen, I want to say, thank you so much. Thank you for this platform, because people have a voice. Thank you so much for initiating that process. I do thank you a whole lot. And let me say this before I leave. Listen, marriage is a beautiful thing. Let's not forget that. And love is a beautiful thing. And we also have to implement the fundamentals of marriage. We have to know why we got married in the first place. Okay. We can see that 50-50 doesn't really work. Okay. Marriage is commitment, understanding, and communication are above all. Okay. Marriage is a commitment for two, a man and a woman come together to become one. Never forget that. And when we work together as a team, put our family first, we will always win. Don't let society fool you. Don't let Facebook fool you. Don't let social media fool you. Marriage can still work. Marriage is still beautiful. So whatever you do, put your marriage first, put your husband first, put your children first. If you have to invest, invest in your marriage, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's gonna win. So I'll leave here to say that focus on your marriage, work together as a team, collaboration, understanding, and commitment. Then we can make this world a better place. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I will have Mrs. Okosin is back. Mrs. Okosin, as we are drawing back the curtain, what will you say about Chinedu and Ichitv?
I don't think she can hear you.
Mrs. Okosin, can you hear me?
She's muted.
Yeah, I think she's out. Okay. So, my people will thank you. And I thank Tambari Fowler for finding time and for you to be accepting to be a co host. I know what it took me to bring you. So, I appreciate you on behalf of myself, the management of Chinelanchi TV, my family, my wife, my two beautiful girls who have always talked about you. And we appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
So, thank you for being in this show and for putting all. You are putting all. This show, like something came up in the family today. I didn't show up on time, but you sacrificed a lot to be here. I know. So thank you. God will reward you. Next week will be a bomb. Next Sunday will be a bomb.
And wait,
Okay. So my people, thank you. You can see it was good today. Thank you. I thank all of you who found time to be with me on this show, Chinedu Anichi TV, the African Voice in Diaspora. Today we treated 50-50 in marriage. Is it a blessing or a burden? A lot of views came up. But what is important is that marriage still works. As Tambari summarized, he said marriage is still working. Tambari said marriage is still working. So what I want you to know is that marriage still works and the principles of marriage is still working. So go out there and build your family, build your marriage. Marriage is sweet. God bless you. And next week we'll be having the same show with the same co-host, and we might be inviting one or two persons. Yeah, I think somebody will be coming from Canada. An experienced person will be our guest from Canada. Um, from Canada next week, somebody will come from Canada as a guest, and we'll be talking about DNA. Should it be encouraged? Should people go for DNA? To be sure, because of what is going on now. At a time, they will say, hey, a man is training other people's children in their family. So we're now saying, should DNA be encouraged in marriage? So prepare yourself, get yourself prepared next week. Yeah, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV. I love you all. Those on Instagram, I can't mention your names. You are so much. Mazi Odnagu, Joy Chineye, uh, Josh Chigeku, Boy Jada, I am JJ, Gift Mara, Ask of KB217, Ephraim Joseph 008, and all of you. I can't mention, you are too many to be mentioned. Big Doings, Efosa, Official Kai, Very Black Man, and all of you who had time to watch Abraham underscore 20. And those of you on Facebook, I recognize you. I'm Amarachi, Mickey Brown, Ibanosi, Diatini, Tambare, okay, and others, Jude Gabriel, all of you, Sherry, um, Abraham, and others. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Remember, humanity is at the center of what we preach. So this week I'm going to go out there and bless somebody. Don't give up. That's another thing I want to tell you. Giving up is not an option. The naysayers and the haters out there want to hear the news that you have failed. Go out there and disappoint them. Go and disappoint them. Even when you don't feel like showing up, you're trying to give. Don't show up. Victory is close to you. Remember to cover yourself. It is cold now in our area. Cover yourself properly. Cover your kids. and take care of yourself. Health is wealth. God bless you. See you. 8 p.m. every day. Well, Nigerian time we're on this show, and 1 p.m. Central American time we're on this show. But on Sunday, this particular show is repeats every Sunday. But on other days we'll have different shows. So each time you have chance, click on Chinedu Anishi TV on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and you will see us live 1 p.m. Central American time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you. Have a nice weekend.